Hello everyone, this is Aaron Pitch from ATF Gaming and welcome back to NASCAR Heat 2 2018 Championship Mode. Today we're going to try to get another 225% race lengths in. I just thought we'd start out with looking at the point standings so we can refresh ourselves a little bit, since this is only once a week. Thought we would refresh our knowledge of what has happened thus far. We have 2 wins. Martin Truex Jr. has 2 wins. Kyle Larson, Brad Keselowski, Kurt Busch, and Clint Bowyer all have 1 win. We're 8 races into the regular season already. All the chase drivers are fairly normal people to be in the chase right now, so that's pretty good. Let's see who's here. We got James is here and Gaming with Bacon. You are the first ones vocal in chat today, so welcome to the stream. Hopefully we have some more people filtering in as we go on. Xfinity race is at 5 o'clock Eastern, so I'm doing this now. It should be about an hour and a half is usually what we end up being around. Today we have Richmond, which is usually a pretty bad track for me, and Talladega, which, considering we don't have rivals in this series, could be a very good track. But Richmond is probably going to be a struggle, but let's head to Richmond and see what happens. Well, let's make sure all the settings are correct. Yep. Alright, off to Richmond. So let's see, Gaming with Bacon says he's doing good. James, how are you doing today? I am doing, could be better, could be worse. But yeah, overall, it's a good day today, in my opinion. Hopefully gonna get a lot accomplished today. That's the hope, anyway. Got this. I got some recording I want to do today after the stream, before the Xfinity race. And then, of course, I gotta watch the Xfinity race. So, let's just do some minor adjustments to get ready for everything. Alright, we'll go 45. Well, qualifying is on right now for the Xfinity series, I believe. So maybe he wanted to watch qualifying for some reason. Oh God. Well, we're off to a fabulous start here today. But Richmond, I'm usually terrible at Richmond. We've demonstrated that terribleness repeatedly. I have not heard back, so I'm just going to assume that was a no for that other job I applied to. I applied to it almost 2 weeks ago now. 34th, yeah, that's predictable. But I have not heard back, so I'm just going to assume that that's a no from them, which is fine. I'll keep job searching. But let's see, who's on the poll? I was looking at chat. Meanwhile, I really should move chat. There we go. I don't have the music going again today because I want to be able to hear the alerts if they go off, if we have any new people watching. So on the poll is Clint Bowyer. Boyer's having a good season, both in real life and in this game. But we have a night race. This might be our first night race of the season as well. But let's see what we can do starting 34th, which is predictable. Because I'm terrible at this. 1 second. I gotta turn this down on my headphones a little bit. Alright, there we go. 1, because I'm terrible at this track, and 2, because qualifying is never simple. 3 wide at Richmond, not something I would recommend. Oh, there goes Michael McDowell.
Yellow flag, easy.
We do not have to pit in this stage, it doesn't look like, and especially now that we have that caution. But yeah. So for those of you who are here, feel free to go over and watch on the other platforms as well. We are streaming on 3 different platforms today. YouTube, we got Twitch, and we got Mixer. So if you have accounts for those, oh god, Front Row Motorsports just must hate me right now. Because there goes another one. I kind of saved David Reagan there.
Car outside.
And as I was talking about the other platforms, Conrad is here over on Mixer. Beautiful.
You're hitting your mark. Great lap.
Alright, so far in this race, we have spun out both of the BK, or not the BK race, do look, Front Row Motorsports, and now we have spun out another Ford car.
Yellow flag, easy.
Man, I need to get my head back in the game. I haven't recorded NASCAR Heat 2 in a while. I need to get my head back in the game. But yeah, welcome, Conrad.
Almost ready. The race is going green.
Alright.
Green flag.
Let's try not to spin any more people out for a little while. But let's focus a little bit. Again, I'm just gonna try to use this third groove here while everybody's packed up here. Alright, so I guess the next person in line to be spun out would be Ricky Stenhouse, but I'm gonna try to avoid. So James, Mixer is a platform that's very similar to Twitch. Really similar to Twitch. Oh, we're 4 wide at Richmond. God in heaven. But I believe you can log on to, you can create a Mixer account using your Discord account. So if you have a Discord, which I know James does, you can just create an account using that. Meanwhile, this third lane has kind of given way a little bit. So let's try to get back down to the bottom here. But it's very similar to Twitch, focuses on gaming, but Mixer kind of has a little bit more of an emphasis on the up-and-coming streamers. It has, I believe on their main screen they have, you know, kind of the top streamers that are live, and then they have a separate tab that brings you to up-and-comers, which are people who have, you know, maybe like 5, 10 views at the time. So I thought that was really cool. Plus, it's just another way for me to expand my brand a little bit. Anything helps. Maybe if somebody new finds me on Mixer, they can go over and find me on YouTube, and we can get a new subscriber on YouTube, which is obviously the main goal right now. I overdrove the corner. Man, we have just been standing pat here. Have not been able to make any forward progress. Oh, David Reagan, I was very much there. Oh, Trevor Bain, what kind of aggressive move was that? Yeah, Xfinity qualifying going on right now. Let's just not talk about it. Avoid spoilers for people who care. But that's fine. I mean, this is only going to be an hour and a half long stream, so you'll find out immediately after the stream. So that's fine. Alright. Now we're kind of making some forward progress here.
That was your best lap ever. Still there.
But we are going to be good on fuel to the end of the stage. I assume we're all going to pit at the end of the stage and be able to make it to the end of stage 2, no problem.
Easy. Hold your line. Clear low.
Last night, as far as Rocket League went, I thought it was a lot of fun. That might have been the most fun I've had in Rocket League without, you know, like a huge group of us with Mark, Ryan, and Justin and all that. That's the most fun I've had playing Rocket League in a long time. It was nice not being killed every 5 seconds as well. But yeah, it was a lot of fun last night. I liked that little, like, impromptu game mode that I created. But, yeah, that was a lot of fun. Interested to see what the plan is for tonight. I know we're probably going to end up doing multiplayer stuff again, but I have no idea what it would be. So, very well could be another stream tonight for those of you interested. Probably around 9:30 or so. We're moving up slowly, very, very slowly. I don't think this is going to be a win, but I think we could get into the top 10. Oh, God, I looked over at chat and hit the wall. I need to stop looking over at chat.
Stay high.
So,
Hold your line.
oh, Bane, what are you doing? So, yeah, um, what was I trying to say? I have no idea what I was trying to say.
Slow.
Never mind. Oh, Bane! Bane's angry. Bane is angry.
Caution. Watch
Did I
the
get a
green.
caution for that, or was that the end of the stage? Who knows? Who knows? They're not pitting. I am. Loosen the car a little bit more. Matt DiBenedetto's out of the race, so Paul Menard won't finish last. But if he DNFs right now, he'll have probably his fourth 39th place finish of the year.
Baby, let's go get it.
There's not any rivals, but I have a feeling Trevor Bayne, I'd like to think that Trevor Bayne was, retaliating a little bit.
All right.
And yes, I would love to pass on the bottom, but that's usually where all the people are. So that's why I was trying to experiment with the high side to see if we could get by everybody there faster. But now that I say that, of course, the bottom lane is becoming really good. Speaking of which, if you hadn't heard, speaking of which, this has nothing to do with what. Well, there's another Roush Trendway car I just wrecked. I feel so bad. Don't pit. Probably should have pitted to top off on fuel now that I think about it. But, I was going to talk about, Kevin Harvick gave like a huge shout out to Hailie Deegan the other day. Harvick was racing in a K&N Series West race at one of his home short tracks. And Hailie Deegan was also in that race, and he gave her a huge shout out at the end of the race, and I think that'll be really cool for her. I'd like to see her, maybe move up through the ranks eventually. It's ATF Gaming 19. I think I have a link to it in my description of the stream, if I recall. It's just like Twitch, ATF Gaming plus the 19 at the end. I should change my YouTube name to add the 19 at the end, now that I think about it. I might consider that.
You're all clear. Carlos.
But yeah, I would love to see Hailie Deegan start moving through the ranks a little bit. Her, Natalie Decker, there's a car, Julia Landerer. There's a few girls up there who I'd love to see move through the ranks a little bit, kind of take the place of Danica Patrick, but hopefully be a little more successful.
Car ahead is pitting. Clear
So
low.
lots of news with pitting. I see pitting. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot I'm on the correct pit strategy. Um,
Clear up top.
but a lot of controversy with Cup Series qualifying the other day. And NASCAR is kind of improvising some rules on the spot.
Headed to the pit.
But I'll talk more about that in my ATF review. Jennifer Joe had a shot a long time ago, but she DNF'd almost every single race she had a shot in. So, all right, looks like everybody else is pitting this time. We are gonna gain the lead most likely, and let's see if we can maybe put allow cars 2 laps down. That'll be super beneficial. If we can put cars 2 laps down. I don't remember. It was like 8 years ago, 10 years ago or so. She had like a couple one-offs in the Cup Series. Granted, it was a lower funded team, but still, she could have at least finished the race instead of DNFing almost every single time. Alright, so we have lapped Alex Bowman twice. He was who we were running with before the pit stop started. So it looks like we're lapping, like up to 20th-ish twice. which is not enough in my opinion. Well, we'll find out here momentarily. So 14th, up. We've lapped up to the top 15 now, so that's good. Well, let's try to lap some more cars here. But we are one lap ahead of the field, so we can pit and still maintain the lead, no problem.
Stay on the top. Hold your line.
I'm interested to see if any of this pit strategy is going to work itself out in a weird place for the final stage. Because I have no idea how long the final stage would be. But, assuming we don't have any mass cautions here, I definitely think that we can get the stage win, no problem. Let's try to lap as many cars as possible twice here. We might have a shot at this win now that we're on the right strategy. And really, the car is great when I'm not trying to be stupid.
Awesome. You just posted your best lap ever.
I swear she attempted to... Oh, I know what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of Jennifer Jo Cobb. She was in one of the NASCAR games at the Cup Series level. That's what I was thinking about. Like NASCAR, the game 2011 or something. She was in the Cup car in one of those. That's what I was thinking about. But she's run a number of Xfinity races as well. That is what I was thinking about. Alright, Clint Boyer, who is on the pole, has looks like he's on the struggle bus right now, so we're going to try to lap him. If we can lap, up to the top 10 twice, I think we're going to be in really good shape. Granted, we have 8 laps left, so we might even be able to do more than that. It looks like we have some lap cars who are already 2 laps down, holding up these lap cars. So we can definitely lap a decent group of cars, it looks like. I'm getting the handle of the braking zones too, so that is beneficial. Got Allmendinger here in 11th. I see Almirola. I see Larson. I see Newman. And I see Bubba. I don't think Bubba was on the lead lap.
Clear all around.
Well, you know what I mean when I say that. 1 lap down. I think he's good. He's already 2 laps down. Then we got freaking Carl Long in the way again. We do that on Thursday nights. Turn, thank you. We do that on Thursday nights, 8 o'clock. There's when Heat 1 starts, there's 2 heats, and then there's the shootout race, usually around 9 o'clock. Now, they stream the shootout race on Twitch, using their Twitch account. But yeah, they do that Thursday night, and then I put it up as a video on Friday. Alright, so there's Larson going 2 laps down. We got 4 laps to go to try to get Newman. That really looks like it, unless if Bubba is on the lead lap, because I believe this is Cole Witt. Yeah, that's Cole Witt. Unless if Bubba is on that lap, I don't think we're going to get any higher than Newman here. But I really would not expect Bubba to be okay on the 1 lap down strategy here. Dove it in deep on Newman, a little dirty, but it worked. Cole Witt, why are you taking the bot? Thank you. Goodbye. Wow, Bubba is on, he's 7th. And that caused a caution, so I could have lapped up to 7th, possibly twice. So that's going to be good. That limits the cars that are going to get back on the lead lap once I pit. So we are going to pit now. Car feels really good though, so I'm not going to touch anything. So top 7 are on the lead lap now, but I believe Jimmy will be right next to me, but all the others are going to be back in the pack. No, because everybody got a wave around because nobody pitted. That's why it's in the right running order. Okay, nobody pitted and stayed on their lap, so everybody got the wave around. But we are still on a superior strategy. It's just a matter of whether it's the correct strategy or not. But let's see if we can maintain this lead here. Let's see if we can run up front. Let's see. So we're gonna be perfect on fuel for one more stop. We are gonna be absolutely perfect. 25 and 25 equals 50. And we are 49 laps to go. So we are absolutely perfect. If I can stop being stupid. But the AI has to have to pit twice. So if we can, avoid cautions, and the only cautions that have come out have been self-inflicted. So the AI is not going crazy with cautions either. Gamer Rules 55, welcome to the stream, and it's kind of mixed. For my skill level, I think it's a decent challenge for the win. And of course, career mode. I mean, I have a million rivals, so that makes it decently challenging. But I think it's a good challenge. I do think 704 would be well served to maybe add like another. I don't know, another tier higher than expert or legend in 105. I think it would be served to maybe make it a little harder. Because I know of a lot of YouTubers who have thought this is way too easy. But for me personally, I think it's a good difficulty for me to race for wins. But as you can see, I mean, granted, I'm on the right pit strategy and they're not, so I am probably going to win this race barring some badly timed cautions. But I'm racing hard with these guys and I'm not winning outright, so... And this, granted, this is a track I'm terrible at, but... So, it's kind of mixed. Hey, James over there on Mixer, be sure to follow so you can hear the alert go off. But yeah, big news with Lowe's announcing that they're not going to be back on the car this year. Or next year, sorry. For Jimmy Johnson, as people are starting to pit. But that is big news. Lowe's has been one of the longest sponsors in NASCAR, period. I mean, and it's one of only like three sponsors left that sponsor a full season for one driver. That's a huge loss for NASCAR. I thought Lowe's would, at least stick it out until Jimmy retired in a couple years, but that does not appear to be the case. Alright, Jimmy's coming in now. But yeah, James, be sure to follow over there on Mixer. But let's see how many laps we can put people down this time. We were a lot further out front than we were last time. And actually, that's Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin right there. Those are the two guys who were ahead of us. So it looks like we're going to lap almost the entire field twice at this rate. So we still have Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, and Clint Bowyer is not in a good spot. All right, welcome to the family over on Mixer, James, Bruce, and all of your Jamoose and Brooms. I like Brooms the best. I like Brooms. Oh, Bowyer. Alright, so it looks like it's going to be Busch, Hamlin, and Jimmy Johnson when this all gets sorted out. So basically, you can lap people twice up to about the same position that you were running before pit stops. Yeah, we got some weird names up here right now because I don't think they've pitted yet. Carbra and Majeski and Reagan. Reagan just pitted. So did Majeski. But Carbra's still in second. So it looks like we have lapped up to 5th once Carbra comes in. twice, which is excellent. So if we do get a caution, that'll help us out there. But again, we are on the right pit strategy. So we just have to run this until the fuel tank is dry, pit then, and then we should be perfect on fuel. And there's Carver on pit road right now. So yeah, we are leading. We have lapped up to 5th twice. So that is a very good thing. But the only thing that would make this worse is a absolutely horribly timed caution. And I'm also driving this track absolutely like crap right now. What do I think about the, oh yeah, I remember I heard that, I remember Real Rabin was saying something about that the other day. I think it's cool. I really do. It's really hard with the money that YouTube, the lack of money that YouTube gives us, to do something like that. So I think that's really cool. And it sounds like through the whole thing that Ryan Sieg Racing reached out to him, and it wasn't the other way around. So I found that quite surprising as well. Alright, yeah, James, I think Twitch is probably your best bet. And you can use the John emote in chat whenever I die as well. Turn car, yeah. Tires definitely must be wearing out. Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. Thawing Bell, welcome to the family over on Mixer. I really gotta come up with a name for us. So everybody, what do you think a good, team name would be for us? I know we were talking about the... Oh. And you're hosting now, too. Wow. Thank you very much for the host. I much appreciate that. But yes, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come watch me absolutely be the best crew chief in the world, but drive Richmond absolutely terribly. Basically means if somebody goes and watches their channel, they'll see my feed on their channel. Like I've hosted John on my Twitch account before, so basically if they went to my channel, they would see John's video. Yes, this is the 2018 DLC. We're doing a championship mode on this. We're not doing a full career mode because only the Cup Series really changed. So, that's why I'm doing the championship mode here. I'm not sure how you do it on Mixer. I know how you do it on Twitch, but I'm not positive how you do that on Mixer. Maybe Thawing Bell, sorry, can enlighten you on that. Oh, well, there we go. You have been enlightened. I should also really keep track of my fuel gauge. How many laps to go this time, because my right front tire is dead. We're at 24, I'm coming in this time. Hopefully we can do this smoothly without being stupid like I do on every other pit stop I ever do in my lifetime. Yes, well aware of the fuel running out. Oh, Clint Boyer, what are you doing? 40. Alright. That caution. Clint Boyer, why? Well, obviously we're gonna pit. I gotta take a sip of my drink. Wait, are they gonna pit me now? Then in that case, I don't want to pit. I'm so confused.
Almost ready.
Because they were pitting me right then. And they did. They did pit me right there.
Laps to go.
Perfect. I'm so glad I canceled that when I did. I blame Clint Boyer for everything, but I also blame him for my success right now. Kyle Busch got the free pass, but so he's the only other one on the lead lap right now. Because I am just the master of strategy. I should be a crew chief someday. Maybe once I start iRacing, I can, learn the iRacing strategy, and I can be somebody's crew chief on iRacing. Yeah, I'm glad I caught that, James. I didn't know if they were going to, just put me through pit road without pitting, or if they would actually service the car or not. So I'm glad that we got to our pit stall before I had to make the decision. So that obviously benefited us. I'm not quite sure how people got three. Oh, that's why, because they were still a lap down. That makes sense. I'm an idiot. So again, we are good on fuel now. Everybody's good on fuel. Only one other car is on the lead lap, so the only thing that could throw a wrench into this is another caution. Kyle Busch should then start right next to me, and then whoever's in third, which currently is Darrell Walls Jr., excuse me. I started choking during that pit stop, and I'm still kind of recovering. But what was I saying? And then whoever was third will get the lucky dog and all that. So if we get a million cautions, then this is indirectly going to hurt us. But yeah, basically Clint Boyer ended up doing me a solid there. So thank you, Clint Boyer. Yeah, go Clint Boyer. I'm a Clint Boyer fan in real life, so I'm still trying to figure out what kind of merchandise I'm going to buy when I go to Bristol in August. Because I don't have any NASCAR t-shirts, hats. I have a hat, but I don't have any NASCAR t-shirts. So I'm going to be hitting the merchandise tent up hard once I get to Bristol. But I got to decide, what drive. Obviously, I'm going to get some Matthew Benedetto stuff, but I want to get more than just him. Get some other stuff as well. Oh yeah, I'll get some die-cast. I won't spend too much money on those, but I'll definitely get some die-cast. Hey Bragger, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, yeah. I said that already. Yeah, I'm sure you do. I remember my dad, he won a Johnny Benson jacket. We still have that jacket here somewhere in the house. He won it at an auction or something. So that's, I don't know. I would still outdate that a little bit, but it'd be pretty darn close. Yeah, basically, Bragger, I've been the master of pit strategy here at one of my worst tracks in the game. And Clint Boyer ended up helping us out big time on that last pit stop. I was about to make a green flag pit stop. Clint Boyer ran into the back of me and then wrecked after I got on pit road. And there's a caution, so that's going to bring Kyle Busch up next to us and Denny Hamlin on the lead lap. So that is not what we wanted to see. But yeah, I'm not going to pit. So now Busch is going to be right next to us, I assume. I can't tell if that's him. So this is now a race. Because Kyle Busch was definitely faster than me when we were both on the same lap. So I just got to be really smart here. We only got 6 laps to go, so not a ton of time. If he can get caught up in some traffic, then we'll be in good shape. We got Bubba, who's trying to get back on the lead lap.
5 laps to go.
Oh, you were Bragger. That's cool. I'm hoping to have, kind of a moment like that where, I can point out to people, hey, I was at this Bristol night race. So I'm hoping to have a moment like that. But just going to the Bristol night race in general is a really cool thing. Obviously, it's one of the best races in the sport, in my opinion. Best tracks in the sport. Usually, it's pretty full, which at Bristol is an accomplishment inside of itself. Oh no! Why do we have that song going in chat again, Bragger? No, I'm not going to sing it before you even ask. But Kyle Busch did get caught up in some traffic, so that is exactly what we needed. We're coming to 2 to go this time.
2 to go.
So, barring a caution, we're going to be in really good shape. I'm sure I just jinxed myself there. But this has been total domination after
1 to go. Give it all you
the first stage where we pulled some pit strategy, and then on the second stage, and now we've led pretty much every lap in the third. I think we led every lap in the third stage as well. That is I believe so. Yes, I will add you and James as mods after we celebrate our victory here. Conrad was just the first one to go over there, so that's why I modded him. Um, but let's see if I can do that while we celebrate. But that was a good pit strategy race for us. Let's see if there's any anomalies here in the running order. Brendan Gaughan, 16th. He's been very good so far this season. Haley Deegan, 27th. Matt DiBenedetto did not finish the race. Paul Menard was 37th. Dang it, Paul. Come on, Paul. All right, let me get the chat open here. Let's get Bragger. Mod. James, I'll mod you even though you're on Twitch right now. Alright, so I think I modded you guys. We'll find out. Next time you type, if your name's in yellow, then you're a mod. But that's our third win of the season. We are now second in regular season points as well. So that is good. We are leading the playoff point situation as well. So that is excellent. Let's head back to the menu. Alright, that's fine, Bragger. There's another win for the happy dog. Beautiful. I'm so happy that the happy dog is happy. There's Sim Victory Lane with our cool fire suit. Again, I think they should just put a picture of the happy dog on the chest instead of the pedigree logo, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, let's head back to the menu. And I believe Talladega is next, so that can only go well. Yes, there you go, James. Got the command going in chat. But yeah, Talladega is next. No need to check the standings because we were just there. Off to the track, we're probably going to start last again, but hopefully we can move our way through the pack at a decent rate. Restricted plate racing is quite hard at this difficulty. Conrad, I don't think they are at the Martinsville race. I remember seeing a picture of his car, and I think I can't remember what it was. Maybe it was Cessna or one of the other Kyle Busch Motorsports sponsors. But I'm sure pedigree will be on the car quite frequently, like it was for David Gilliland at Daytona. But we're not even going to qualify. I am going to just put some more tape on the car, but we're not even going to qualify. Yeah, that's right, Connor. All right. No, I said I didn't want to qualify. Thank you. Off to the race.
Stay sharp. Green coming.
As long as we don't lose the draft immediately, we'll be fine. But if we lose the draft immediately, we're screwed. But at Talladega, you can kind of make the outside lane work. It's a lot easier than Daytona because the corners are a lot wider. Oh, is that Paul Menard at the top again? I can't tell if it's Menard or Blaney. Could have gone with Carl Long there, but I decided to stick with Kennington. And he's going to abandon me, so we're going to get down behind Burton before we lose the draft. Very easy to lose the draft at 105 difficulty if you're not careful. And I'm not being careful, apparently. But we're pretty close to losing it. Work with your Toyota teammates. Carl, everybody back here is a Toyota teammate. I didn't know Carl Long was a Toyota. Cannington's a Toyota. Burton's a Toyota. Busher is not. Carber's a Toyota. All of the NASCAR next drivers Toyota besides Majeski. I've never really looked at that. Looks like Deegan's a Toyota. I wonder if that's a requirement for the NASCAR Next program, or if that's just by luck, that's what they race in their respective series.
Hold the bottom. Stay right there.
I'm going to try to get with Majeski here. As much as I would love to work with the Toyota teammates, a brick wall is a brick wall. Let's go to the brick wall that's slightly ahead of the other brick wall. That is a good way to describe restricted plate racing right there. Alright, Majeski gonna go underneath Deegan. Let's see if we can get him there. And we can. Thought about going with Deegan a little bit, but Paul Menard is directly in front of her, and well, now he's directly in front of Majeski. Well, Paul Menard seemed to be a train wreck in this championship mode, so I'm trying to stay away from Paul at all costs, because you never know when things are going to go wrong. Because he has got to be last in points at this point in time. Tried to get with Kane, but he was too far away. Why am I up here? Alright, again, we're going to try to get with Kane here. Gotta move forward at some point. Luckily, we are on 25% race length, so we have some time. Don't think stage one's going to be... Well, we're going to have to pit, aren't we? We are. So, everybody's going to have to pit, and you know how that usually goes. For me, and at a restricted plate track, it's usually chaos. Carl Long was a Toyota in this version. I know he usually bounces around from manufacturer to manufacturer depending on who provides him something. So, but he was a Toyota in this DLC, a 2018 DLC at least. He might have been something else in the 2017 version of the game. But try to get Kane underneath Witt / LaJoy. Freaking Corey LaJoy. I can't believe he still has a cup right after all the DNFs he had last year, and the fact that he's DNF'd his first two starts of this year as well. We're going to get underneath Kane, go with the next Jeff Gordon. Actually, scratch that. We're going to go with Michael McDowell. But we're moving up through the pack quite nicely. Yeah, we'll go inside, see if I can... Nope. Not quite enough momentum there. And we get Byron past McDowell. Looks like he's going to give a shot. Looks like we made it happen. Got a bunch of Fords on the outside. Oh, Byron left enough room for Almirola. So as a punishment, I'm going to pass you. Oh, pitting!
Car outside.
Guess I'm coming in with them.
Car high.
They just don't tell me these things in time. Alright. Well, we're going to do a 2-tire stop and only 1.5 cans of fuel because we don't need a full load going to the end. We'll lead this pack off of pit road. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but we should be good on fuel. Yeah, we are. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but I guess we're just gonna come here. I didn't have much of a choice there. I was on the inside of a line of about 20 cars and wasn't going to be able to do much about it. So Suarez is 2.5 seconds behind. So when they do catch me, I have to be super prepared to block. But yeah, rip Jimmy Johnson, in all fronts. Yeah, we were slowed down so much that even if I had gotten back on track, I would have lost the draft. So that's why I just decided to come in then. Suarez is coming fast, so once he does reach me, we're going to have to try to get locked up with him. Because we are going to be out in front of everybody here. So we might end up winning stage 1 after that. I'm glad I made that call, but I'm just kind of worried when everybody does pack up, that they're just going to fly by me. So we got to be careful here. But Suarez is coming, so once he does, hopefully we can 2-car tandem it up and hopefully move forward. Because Larson and Bush look like they're working together now, so they're going to be here quite quickly as well. There's still 5 laps to go, so there's plenty of time for them to catch us. You just gotta make the right move when they do. As here comes Suarez in our mirror now. He's coming up right behind us. Let's see if he stays with us or tries to pass. If he stays with us, then we'll be fine. I'm gonna block as much as possible, but here comes Kyle Larson as well. I'm going to go with him now, even though I would love to stay with the Toyota teammates. He's on the inside, and that's where I want to be. So now we're in my least favorite position of all time at Daytona, the lead. I also see Kurt Busch back there lurking. But we're just going to stay on the bottom and whoever's there. And I think that's going to be a winning strategy here. As long as they don't all start working together to go on the outside, I think it'll be a good move. But yeah, I'm so uncomfortable in the lead because there's nothing I can do if they start working together and try to get under me, or if they all, by some act of God, go above me. When if they are that smart, you'd be surprised. They seem to have like moments of brilliance that just randomly occur in this game, and I'm like dumbfounded for like 2 seconds, and then I realize it's just them probably being stupid, but the stupidity actually worked. But top 4 are all lined up here on the bottom, so we're just gonna defend. How many laps to go? We got 2 laps at the line. They're going high. I'm gonna block. Let's hope they don't dive down before I do. But I feel so uncomfortable up here.
Yellow flag, yellow flag.
Yellow flag that ends the stage. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's what I needed. But we won stage 1 somehow. We're going to pit now. For 4 tires, fuel. Do I need repairs? I kind of do, but I'm kind of scared to. No repairs. Let's see how far they drop me. Oh, we're still in the lead. Oh, no. If there's one thing I could have made this worse is that leading on a restart is always horrible at a restricted plate track. Restarts in general are terrifying for me. I'm still trying to figure out why other people get such good restarts in the Richmond Raceway Online Esports Series. I'm trying to figure out why they get such good restarts and I just get absolutely trash restarts. It makes no sense to me, but maybe I'm missing something. Oh, high line's coming. We're going to have to defend, slow them down a little bit on the straightaway, but in the corners, we're going to stay to the bottom. So, well, there they go. They're going to fly by here on the outside. If Logano can get in front of me, I'd feel much more comfortable. If we can stick with Logano, out of all the people who I'd be forced to stick with, I would not prefer it to be Logano, but it appears that we do not have a choice, and therefore, we will do so. You know what? Yeah, that's a good point, James. I am on automatic. That is a good point. I did not think about that. I've never done shifting in any of my games, except for my summer car, but I don't race in that game quite yet. But yeah, I do automatic in all my racing games. Alright, I'm gonna make a move here, see what happens. See if Kurt goes with me or not. I thought about just, sticking out behind Logano, but what fun is that, right? Oh, Kurt's going with Logano, and here comes Stenhouse out of nowhere as well. He's gonna make it 3 wide. Larson's also in the picture here, and now Newman just got underneath Kurt behind her. So we now have a 3 wide pack here, 3 rows deep at least. And Newman is just not helping us, so Logano is going to get back by. But we had at least 3 rows deep, 3 wide pack there. That's something that you don't see in this game very much. But I don't know where Stenhouse came from. He just shot like a rocket up on the outside, made it 3 wide, and he's still here. Newman got underneath Kurt Busch behind us coming off the corner, I think it was. I could have made another move there, but there's so many cars around us, I'm just going to stick with Logano now. Because if I make one wrong move, I could get shuffled back through the pack. I know, but usually in this game that doesn't happen very often. I'm going to run here, but I'm not going to make a move. Or I have to go to the outside, and that was definitely not the way to go. So we'll just give Logano a shove. Newman is officially certified his spot in 3rd. Now Harvick is now in 4th. Kurt Busch is still in 5th. Again, could make a move right here, but I'm not going to. We are all going to have to pit again, and I would assume they're going to do it around the same time that they did last time, which was with 4 laps to go on the fuel. So I'm going to make an assumption that they're going to come in this next time by, and if I do see Logano break off, I'm going to come in with them, because that's going to be the cleanest pit road entry I'm going to be able to do is with less cars in front of me. Again, we'll probably only do 2 tires and a half can of fuel. We'll see what happens. Here comes Newman, by the way. But yeah, we just gotta be smart. If I see Logano come in, I will also start braking. And we'll come in with him, do the exact same strategy. Is he coming in? Yes, he is. Alright, we're braking. 55, made it. That was the smoothest pit road entry I have ever done in my lifetime. And to answer your question, Conrad, I just did it. That is how I planned on getting around Nagano. 100% that was the plan the whole time. Truex is on pit road. I don't know if that's a DNF or not, but of course we got the 2 guys pitting right in front of us and right behind us. But we're going to, again, get a huge lead. It's just a matter of whether the pack is going to catch up or not by the time we're all up to speed. But go back to a point that James made earlier. Yeah, I am on automatic. I've tried using manual, and I easily could for bigger tracks where you don't have to shift in the corners. But for tracks like Martinsville, the short tracks, and then obviously the road courses, I would be lost if I had to do manual shifting. So we have gained an even bigger lead than we did last time, probably because we came in a lot further ahead. But we have a 9.7 second lead on Kyle Busch right now. We'll see if Newman ends up cycling in front of him or not. But we're going to be in good shape regardless for this stage win. Obviously, this strategy won't be helpful once in the final stage because we obviously don't have a caution that we know is going to come out. I don't know what the pit strategy will be in the final stage. If we have to pit only once or twice, I would assume we'd have to pit twice still. Because usually you have to pit once in the stages and then twice in the final stage. Let's see if Truex is still on pit road. There's actually a number of cars on pit road right now. There's like 3 or 4 cars on pit road. I don't know if they're... Well, DeBarry, Long, and Buscher were just coming in for their pit stop. So Newman came out ahead of everybody else. Brendan Gaughan is also in 3rd right now. But Newman came out the winner of that stop cycle. It looks like he's still 5 seconds behind. It's just a matter of whether he can get to me in 3.5 laps. Because on pure pace alone, they are faster than me, even if they don't have the draft. Did they, James? I didn't notice. Okay. Because Truex is at least permanently down pit road. But Brendan Gaughan and Ty Majeski are 3rd and 5th right now. I don't know if they have like a master pit strategy or if they're actually fast. Brendan Gaughan did really well at the Daytona 500. And he's doing really well in points for a back marker. So he might get another good point today here. I might even let him win. If he's racing for the win, I might even let him win if I have a say in it. Because we obviously got 3 wins. We're decently locked in the chase. But the more oddball people that win, the better we are off in the chase. So if Gaughan or Majeski or even Casey Kane get up here for the race win, I might even just let them win or push them to victory. Majeski passed Gaughan. Gaughan's falling now. Well, looks like third on back is in a pack now. They're all pretty close in times. But me and Newman are still out by ourselves. But again, we're going to come to the white flag of the stage. I know that doesn't exist, but oh well. But last lap at the stage, Newman's catching, but I don't think we'll have enough time in this lap unless if that pack catches him, which it won't, in time at least. So it looks like we might be in position for a race sweep here, and really an episode sweep. The only thing we haven't won was stage one at Richmond, and there's the yellow flag that ends the stage early. All right. So yeah, it looks like if we pit now, we'll only have to do one more pit stop. At least that's what I'm seeing. I know we will not repair the 4 tires and fuel, but at least that's what I'm seeing. We'll only have to pit once more, but we will have to stretch it to the end of our fuel tank in order to make it work. And yeah, so we'll have to pit right at the end of our fuel window in order to make this work. So no splitting the stage in half like the AI were doing last time. Alright, we're out in front. Thanks to the help of none other than none other than Ty Majeski. Again, we'll see if what I said earlier comes to fruition or not, but for now I'm fine with leading. But the high lane is coming very quickly, and Newman will probably get around me, much like Logano did earlier. So we'll fall in line with Newman eventually here. I'm going to block Kyle Busch from getting any farther forward. But we're going to try to get in line with Newman here and work with him. Again, another guy I don't mind working with. Newman's another one of those drivers who I enjoy seeing race. He's always quite aggressive. So we'll work with Newman for a little while. Cleared Kane, barely. We'll just go work with Newman here. I could have passed him there, but again, we'll probably get the advantage on the pit stops with the 2 tires, but we will have to do a full load of fuel. So I might end up just doing 4 tires anyway. So we won't get nearly as big of an advantage off of pit road because we do need a full load of fuel. But Ryan Newman and Todd Gilliland working together. Who would have thunk it? No, I don't want to pass him. Okay, no. Get back in line, Aaron. I don't know why Newman's running kind of like this middle to high lane in the straightaways. It kind of scares me. Because if Majeski gets a run underneath, I'm going to be a sitting duck. I do also see Logano finally catching back up as well. He's in 5th now. He must have cycled out not so great on that pit stop sequence. Again, I don't quite know how Ty Majeski and Brendan Gaughan got up here, and I have a feeling Casey Kane's kind of in the same situation. I don't know how they got up here, but I'm fine with it. More points for them, less points for people who need them. But yeah, I think we're just going to ride around with Newman. We'll see if they pit at the same time that we're thinking about it. I would assume they would. If they pit earlier, then they're not going to be able to make it to the end. I'm going to block the bottom just in case if Kane gets a run. I'm not a fan of Newman running this middle line on the straightaways. We'll give him another push. Again, I could have passed him there, but I decided not to. Not like I'll get bonus points for leading the most laps or anything.
Stay right there.
But, sorry for being so silent, not much happening. Well, I asked that already, but how is everybody doing today for those of you who did not respond earlier? I'm looking forward. I'm recording a new game. Well, I probably won't end up recording it today, but I'm going to be setting ourselves up for a new game for next week. I just got it in the mail yesterday and all set up, ready to go. I just got to do a little bit of tweaking with
Leader is pitting.
a few things. They're pitting now. This is too early. This is too early to be pitting, guys. I think they're going to have to pit twice. Because we can only go 11 laps max on fuel. So this is too early to be pitting. I gotta go until the end of my fuel tank. So it looks like we might be on the right strategy again, only having to pit once. Kurt Busch is here, but I'm going to assume that he's going to pit this time. Got Kurt Busch, Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski. Current and former Penske drivers teaming up here. Alright, Colin, gotta look for a motorcycle. Wow. But have fun with that. I will see you later. Thanks for hanging out. Alright, let's see if we can maybe fall in line somewhere in this pack. And get some drafts so we don't keep losing a bunch of time. I'm gonna work. No, too late. I was gonna work with Gone, but I did not decide quick enough. So I'm gonna try to get in line with Larson here. But again, we gotta go at least one more lap here. This will be 11 to go and then 10 to go when we pit. So it's going to be stretching to the limits of our fuel tank. Oh, I should be protecting Gone. I was trying to follow Larson, see if we could get his draft, but Gone is the more important thing right now.
Almost out of gas.
Yep, we're coming in this time by. Let's see if we can have a smooth pit road entry. Because Lord knows that's something I do all the time. But the fact that we've been able to stay in the draft while we were executing this pit strategy definitely helps. We are coming in this time. This will be 10 laps to go once we cross the start-finish line, and we should be golden on fuel, maybe running out in the tri-oval, but I'm not positive. Alright. Start braking. 55 is the speed limit.
Watch your speed.
Almost came back on the track there. Full load of fuel, 4 tires, no repair. I almost wrecked myself coming on the pit road there. That could have been bad, but we made it. Clean pit entry number 2. Denny Hamlin's on pit road, and Chase Elliott. Wow, that's 3 cars who are normally in good shape during these races. So those are 3 cars that are struggling right now. I have a feeling we might not come out with the lead, but again, I have to believe that everybody else has to come in again. And we are going to be right on the mark. 10 laps, 10 laps. So how far of an advantage do I? Oh, I still have a huge advantage. Oh, not anymore. I had a huge advantage for about 10 seconds. No, not even 10 seconds, 1 second. Yep, here they come. Here come Busch, Wallace, Stenhouse. I'm going to let them go. Because again, I think they're on a different strategy. Oh, Newman, why did you go on the opposite way of everybody else? Because I have to believe they have to pit again. I'm actually surprised that they got out to as big of an advantage. Granted, they are packed together, and I did lose some time with that one lap without drafting. So, but we're still in seventh after all that. And again, I think we are on the correct pit strategy. I do not see a way that they can pit without a caution. Or okay, sorry. Sorry, I had to rub my nose there. But they have to pit. They pitted with like 13 to go, and I can only go 10 laps on a tank of fuel. So I do not see a way that they can make it. We got another pack coming up behind, so I'm going to try to protect here. It would be wonderful if we could catch up to that pack in front, but they're 2 seconds ahead now, so I don't think that's going to happen. This is the pack I was working with before I pitted. But we're just going to stay in front of Larson here. Hopefully not cause caution. That would be the worst thing that could possibly happen right now. I would probably be faster if I was behind Larson, but I'm kind of scared to do so. Meanwhile, that pack up ahead is 3 wide right now. Okay, gotta protect Brennan Gaughan for a little while. They're 3 wide behind for the lead of this pack. I have no idea why. But go Brennan Gaughan. I'm not going to block Gaughan. So Gaughan, if you get in front of me, then go ahead. There are some cars coming on the pit road, however, including Larson, Newman, and Cowboys. So Gaughan, go. Get in front of me, and then we can draft together for a little while. Because I can't get in front of you because Jimmy's there. Alright. Try not to let Jimmy in line. I'm perfectly happy working with Brennan Gaughan, not Jimmy Johnson. Well, it looks like he's going to come in this time, so I got to be ready for that. Oh, well, he's slowing down now, so I'm just going to pass him. Gaughan might actually have an issue, I'm not sure, because he's slowing down quite quickly. Well, everybody's slowing down quite quickly. Well, they must have stretched it as far as... No, they still must have had a couple laps left on fuel. But we're back in the lead again. I think we're on the right strategy. Let's see how many cars we can lap. Just in case if a caution does come out, there's good old Paul Menard. Let's see if we can maybe get in the draft here. Let's see, I'm going to try to lap Boyer. And then fall in line. But again, we can make it to the end, but fuel mileage is also bad if we're not in the draft, fuel mileage wise. So I'm really hoping that that does not come back to bite us either. Being in the draft saves fuel. But let's see if anybody in the second wave of cars comes out in front of me. That would be beautiful if that does happen.
5 to go.
5 laps to go. We're still 5 laps on fuel, so we're still good. Majeski obviously did not hold where he was. Alright, I think that's Brendan Gaughan up ahead, possibly?
Still there.
Yes, it is. We're going to work with him. Wish he would go to the bottom. That took way too long. But we're just going to work with Gaughan here. We're going to bump draft with him, get him as high as we can. Because why not? I'd rather have Brendan Gaughan finish second than, well, really anybody else. But if he keeps doing that, then I'm not going to. As a matter of fact, I can't because he's just going in that middle lane, and that's not the way to go. I guess I'll work with Stenhouse. Sorry, Brendan, you You failed in the lane choice there.
Stay low. Stay right there.
I'm surprised they're in 20th. They were doing a lot better than that before pit
Car in
stops.
front of us is headed to the pit.
Oh, more pitting. So there's still pitting going on, actually. But we're going to just stay behind Stenhouse. If we get in front of him, then we're going to lose the draft. So just going to be smart here. We should be good on fuel, but it's better to be in the draft than to be by ourselves.
The car ahead is pitting.
More pitting. What is going on? They're pitting again? No reason they should be pitting again.
Almost there. To the left. Almost
We're still
there.
good on fuel. I know the alarm's on, but we're gonna be fine. But now Stenhouse is up to 10th. We also got Harvick coming up behind us now. I'm not sure who he's working with. Possibly gone. Chase Carver's in 5th, so I have to assume there's more pitting that needs to happen. I might even see Matt DiBenedetto up ahead.
Car in front of us is headed
Yep,
to
I
the
hear
pit.
more pitting.
They're running on fumes out there.
Yep, that was Matt DiBenedetto, Daniel Suarez, a few others. So Stenhouse is up to 5th now. That's about where I thought he would be. White flag is out. We are good on fuel. We might run out at the line, but I think we'll be fine. If we run out, I gotta be prepared to get out of the draft so that they don't run us over. Because as long as we can keep the speed up and we can make it to the line, we'll be fine.
Fumes out there.
Well aware of that. Yep, we're out. We're gonna be sputtering here shortly. I don't know what word I just came up with there. So I'm just gonna go high here. If we start sputtering, then there's nobody behind us at least. And we're going 200 miles. Yep, there's the sputtering. But we're gonna win.
Impressive win.
All right. That was a good race. Again, fuel strategy played a bit into it, but we were running up front for the majority of the race. Oh, just stretching here. But yeah, that's another win. We basically swept this entire episode besides stage 1 at Richmond. But that's another win. That's our 4th win of the season now. Let's see who finished towards the back here. So, Truex, Elliott, Hamlin, and Dillon did not finish the race. Wallace finished 3rd. That's a good result for him. Kennington and Long, 13th and 14th. So, not bad results for those guys either. But yeah, that's our 4th win. We take the points lead as well. So, that is awesome. That is the goal, to win the regular season point standings as well. So, that is good. 4th win off to victory lane. That's another win for the happy dog. If anybody's still here, they can put that command in on YouTube or Twitch. I gotta get a bot set up for Mixer that has all the commands in it. But that is another win for the happy dog. 2 in one day. That's a very good. But yeah, can't go wrong with 2 wins in one stream. But let's just let's check out the point standings. We have Dover and Kansas next week. Dover, fabulous. But let's check out the standings. See who's in the chase currently. So us, Truex, Keselowski, Larson, Busch, Boyer have wins. Kyle Busch, Jimmy Johnson, Joey Logano, Kevin Harvick, Chase Elliott, Ryan Newman, Darrell Wallace Jr. doing excellent. Suarez, Hamlin, and Bowman. Um, let's see. So Bowman's 14th. Blaney is the first out. Bain, McMurray, Kane, and Dillon. Gone is 22nd in points, beating the likes of Clint Boyer, who won a race, and many others. Paul Menard is not last in points. Harrison Burton is doing worse than Paul Menard. So, yeah, so that is going to be it for today. Like I said, we have Dover and Kansas next week. I will try to make sure there's a reminder on YouTube for what time we do next week. I believe they're at Texas next week. No, they're at Martinsville. So it'll probably be a later one, considering Xfinity race will probably start earlier. So I will see you guys then. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more content from ATF Gaming, be sure to hit that red subscribe button on YouTube and the follow button over on Twitch and Mixer. And be sure to turn on notifications so you get a notification every single time I go live. And I will see you in the next stream. Bye.